Hi, my name's Bruce Barstow. I'm the founder of Between Families, a company dedicated to being a source of comfort to the entire world. No matter who I talk to, no matter how religious they are, no matter where they voted on the political spectrum or where they exist on the social spectrum, it seems that every single person I know from every generation believes that the world is coming to an end, at least faster than it was. Most of the people that I know believe that living itself is almost pointless, that we are stuck in a wheel that we cannot get off of. Every single thing they say to me reeks of despair. Every single feeling that is expressed to me rings of this global despair. The opposite of despair is hope. Some people get their hope from faith alone. But in that hope, as described to me, it's more of a hope that they will end up in a better place when the world comes to an end than a belief that the world will meet a better end or go in a better direction than we are now. I don't know what I believe, but I do know that with your help, we can provide global hope to combat the global despair. If all you need is to be convinced, to be shown, to have it proven to you that there's a reason to have that hope, what would you do? Because I have that before you. I'm not sure if I should say I invented it. I certainly discovered something that was never discovered before. And as I went through the possibilities that were available because of this discovery, I realized that I could redesign almost every aspect of our lives through very simple software changes. Thousands and thousands of applications were immediately made present. I need to start somewhere, but I want to tell you why I'm giving it away for free. First of all, there is a portal technology. There are several things in the portal technology that will be bound by morals and ethics engines that cannot be circumvented, with guidelines to make both governments and users happy. That is fairly far along the road. Right now, we need immediate solutions that can be implemented now that have nothing to do with me other than me giving you the ideas away for free, so that we can start combating this global despair. If all I have to do to combat despair is to prove to you that life could be better, that we are going to go in a better direction, that it's very simple to do so, that'd be awesome, wouldn't it? That'd be worth doing, even if you were living off the last of your finances while you were giving these ideas away for free. I have to start somewhere. Thank you to Matthew McConaughey. He's a very famous actor. I shouldn't have to tell you who he is. He addressed Congress in 2022 regarding the massacre at his hometown in Uvalde, Texas, at Robb Elementary School, where many children were slain. I am not here to talk about the things that he requested have happen as a response to that massacre. I have solutions that don't polarize anyone against anyone. They are simply solutions to the problems surrounding mass shootings. Please forgive my use of the word solution. If you have lost a loved one, there is no solution for that. There is only possibly redemption or some feeling that things will get better, that your child's lives mattered, that their dreams be remembered. And to further the request from Matthew McConaughey during his speech, if in the process I could remind us all that we are not as divided as we think we are. Yeah, there's an app for that too. All of these applications I will describe to you, I am giving away for free. The eventual integration points I cannot give away for free to ensure that the morals and ethics engine is adhered to and isn't deviated from in its implementation. But for now, let's solve some of these things together. There was a time when I was on stage in front of thousands of people as a techie. There was a time where I just published a book and I was on top of the world. That was years ago. Now my hair is grayed. I almost died last year. I must get these ideas out to the world as quickly as I can for several reasons. First and foremost, every weekend there's another mass shooting in this country. If you are listening and you're not a citizen of the United States, you may be thinking, what does this have to do with me? I have thousands of solutions. I have to start somewhere. So, although this first series is dedicated to mass shootings, you will find very quickly that it provides the solution to thousands of things in and of itself. Please do what you do with social media. Take everything I create and propagate it as much as you possibly can. You will be a battery for me to continue. If my words and these solutions fall on deaf ears, the impact to me alone will be enormous, and somehow I will continue. You could make this faster. Matthew McConaughey, for you, because when you held up those shoes, you put an image in my mind that will last for the rest of my life. The shoe of one of the slain children from Uvalde, Texas. That green sneaker will be forever embedded in my mind as a reminder of why these videos come first, as to why these types of things need to change in a way that does not polarize people, in a way that does not attack rights, in a way that does not set anyone against anyone. The first video series will be about coordination with emergency services, communication with emergency services, solving some very specific things that happen during one of these active shooter situations. The first video series will be targeting how we can mitigate the amount of lives lost. Future videos will address how we can reduce the number of active shooters. That's a very different problem and not addressed in the first video series. Stay with me. Follow me. Do whatever you can to do to propagate these videos. And I will create them en masse. I will be up as long as I can tonight to release the videos I have already created. You should understand I have spent a year on the social model that sits underneath these applications. I invented something that has never been seen before. It may perhaps be simply a reduction of terms for sociologists and psychologists. I'm not qualified to speak on that. I am an autistic, and at 56 years old, it is not fun being like Sheldon Cooper from The Big Bang Theory. Life presents many obstacles. I set out to understand how I am different than others. I set out to find out what the definition of love actually is, what it would be to a scientist, but in terms that every single person on the planet can understand. I did that too. The solutions I'm going to be giving you ultimately solve almost every single social issue in the world, while allowing for a number of changes, a number of inventions, a number of solutions that you can't imagine right now, starting so simply and so humbly with just messaging. The first video series is not just about messaging. It is about changing how we communicate in general. See, the next series of videos after this one is going to be dealing specifically with how we take a prison like San Quentin, with what Governor Newsom and the warden at San Quentin have in mind, to take it and truly transform it into a place of reform. How we could ultimately reduce the number of active shooters, suicides, murders in general. How we could transform all of social media to be a positive, wholesome, non-toxic experience. How we can preserve culture worldwide. For everything from the Seminole Indians to making sure that people aren't allowed into our private family with messages that we don't want there. Heck, ultimately I could order a product from Amazon without them even knowing what my address is. I need your help. Without you, I am just a single voice. With you, just you double that. Tell 2 friends. Tell anybody you can find. Once you start seeing these videos, if they do, in fact, provide any amount of hope that this world can be better, will be better, you know how powerful that is. You know it is the only way to combat despair. The despair is because we have no hope that the world could be better and will get better. And if you think that politics are too big for me to tackle, just wait and see. I can handle the politics issues without even threatening the Democrats or Republicans. There is a way not to force them to come together, not to bend them against their will, but to allow them the space to do their job. You have no idea what cancel culture created when it comes to people in government. We will get to that in time. My name is Bruce Barstow. I am the founder of Between Families. And if you are listening, you are the resistance.